our lecturer, Madam Adina Hani, and all dedicated friends in the 85B. Hi everyone, we are from Group 2. Our members are Aina, Rabiatul, Balkis, and me, Shafika. Today, we will talking about status in employment, which is unpaid family workers and employers from 2010 to 2018.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Hazri. My matrix number is 11823F1078.
I will start our presentation with the introduction of the graph. Firstly, title. Status in employment by gender, unpaid family workers and employer 2010 until 2011. That's our presentation title. Next, we can look at the y-axis. We got percentage from 0 until 90%. And then for x-axis, we got years 2010 until 2011. Next, we got label, which is percentage. And the last one is legend. We got 4 legend. Orange, yellow, green, and also brown. For orange is for unpaid family workers male. For yellow, unpaid family workers female, and then for the green one is for employer male, and the brown one is for employer female. Alright, as you can see, beside of our graph we got a table. There's a data that we used to make our graph, and the data we took from the reference.
Okay, who do you think does more unpaid family work, men or women? Let's look at the graph. So I'm going to talk about male unpaid family workers. As you can see on the graph, from 2010 to 2011, the trend shows a significant increase, which is from 37.2 to 62.9. Other than that, there was a plunge in 2011 to 2012. It dropped to 35.9. Besides, there are moderate decrease, and increase. Lastly, you can see a slight increase in 2016 to 2017, which is 1.5. Now, let's look at the similarities and differences in the trend of male unpaid family workers. For the similarities, we can see that the trend in 2012 to 2013 and again in 2014 to 2015 shows a decrease. This shows that during these periods, the number of male unpaid family workers went down. On the other hand, both 2015 to 2016 and 2017 to 2018 recorded an increase. It means more men were working as unpaid family workers in those years. These repeated patterns show that the trend is not constant, but it does share some similarities across different years. Moving on to the differences, in 2010 to 2011, the trend shows a significant increase, which is quite a sharp rise. However, in the following year, 2011 to 2012, there was a sudden plunge, which makes it stand out as a very different situation compared to other years. Another difference can be seen in 2013 to 2014, where the decrease was only moderate, while in 2016 to 2017, the trend actually recorded a slight increase. This shows that how the changes vary from one year to another, sometimes sharp, sometimes moderate, and sometimes showing an opposite movement.
And I will continue with the trend and change in unpaid family workers female. I will explain about the yellow line in our graph. Firstly, 2010 to 2011, the trend is a plug with the change negative 25.7%. And if we refer to our graph, we can see that the line is going down. Alright. Next, 2011 until 2012, the trend is recovered with the change to 28%. And we look again at our graph, we can see that the graph is going up because they are recovered after facing the situation plug last year. Alright, next in 2012 until 2013, the trend is slightly increased with the change 1.6%. And 2013 to 2014, the trend is also slightly increased in the change 2%. And 2014 until 2015, the trend also slightly increased with the change 1.4%. Alright, here we can see in 2012 until 2015, we are going through the same trend, which is slightly increased but not that much. They are a little bit year by year. Alright, next I will continue with the 2015 until 2016, which is we are facing the trend moderate decrease. Here we are facing a little bit decrease in our graph, which is the change is negative 3%. And then in 2016 until 2017, we also facing the trend slightly decrease with the change negative 1.5%. And the last one is 2017 until 2018, we also facing a slightly decrease with the change of negative 1%. Alright, here we are notice that in starting in 2015 until 2011, we are facing the slightly decrease, but not that much, just a little bit. Alright, that's it. Alright, so I will continue with the similarities and differences in unpaid family workers female. For the first similarities is the trend in 2012 until 2013, and 2013 until 2014 is slightly increased. And then for the second similarities is the trend in 2016 until 2017, and 2017 until 2018 is slightly decreased. The trend between the years is similar. Alright, for the first differences is the trend in 2010 until 2011 is a plug. However, in 2011 until 2012 it's a recover. You can refer to our graph before this. And then for the second differences is the trend in 2014 until 2015 is slightly increased. However, in 2015 until 2016 is moderate decrease.
Now, I will explain the trend and changes of male employers from the year 2010 until 2018. The overall trend shows a slight downward movement. In 2010, the percentage of male employers was 85%. Over the years, there were some small increases and decreases, but in general, the percentage continued to go down, reaching the lowest point of 81.9% in 2018. This means that while male employers were always the majority, their proportion slowly declined across the period. Looking more closely at the changes between 2010 and 2011, the percentage dropped to 83.8%. Then in 2012, it increased again to 85.1%, which was the highest value recorded. However, in 2013, it fell back to 83.8%. In 2014, there was a small increases to 84.8%, but this was followed by another drop to 83.8% in 2015. Interestingly, in 2015 and 2016, the percentage stayed at the same 83.8%, showing no change. After that, from 2016 onwards, the percentage decreased steadily, first to 82.8% in 2017, and then to 81.9% in 2018. In conclusion, the percentage of male employers shows a clear but decline, with a peak in 2012 and a steady fall after 2016. Now, I will explain the similarities and differences of male employers. For the similarities, the percentage of male employers mostly stayed within the same range, which is between 83 to 85%. This shows that there was no big fluctuation throughout the years. Besides that, some years even recorded the exact same percentage, which is 83.80%. This happened in the years 2011, 2013, 2015, and 2016. So, overall, the similarities show consistency within a close range, while the differences highlight the peak, the lowest point, and the different movement patterns across the years.
Hi, my name is Nuraina Maisar Bijama Faizal, and now I will explain about female employers. Overall, the percentage of female employers stayed within a narrow range around 50 to 18% across the years. The value only shows small change year by year without big jumps or sharp drops. For the differences, the lowest point was in 2012 with 14.9%, while the highest was in 2018 at 18%. Some years also show stability, like 2015 and 2016 with 16.2%. However, the latest years, especially from 2016 to 2018, show a continuous growth. So, in the conclusion, the trend for the trend for female employees remains stable overall, but with a slight ups and downs for in a specific years only. So the conclusion for our presentation is male employers, the majority, but showed a slight decline, while the female employers increased gradually. Thank you.